Yo. Welcome back to another episode of House of Sports Podcast. My name is Dwayne. I'm here with my dog Joe. Chubbs will be joining us in a little bit. Might be wondering what happened to the background. There's some technical difficulties, but hey, we are just going to go ahead and pod today. Gonna get straight to it. Y'all know who we are. We're House Divided Sports Podcast. Y'all know what we do. HE Sports Pod in the building. Here is Chubbs. Chubbs is here. Chubbs is here in the building.
Got a good hour.
Good hour. He has a good hour, he says, people. But hey, we're going to do what we do. Let's go ahead and get started, man. So Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes beat TCU. So I know we really don't talk about college football that much on this platform, but I felt like this is something that we definitely had to speak about. So what are your guys' thoughts on Deion winning and what standard? And what does this just mean for college football?
It's big. It's really big because I think you can look at it two ways. For small program like that, shocking somebody, but another aspect of it is not a lot of African American coaches get shots at like big time schools because I think there's a stereotype. I don't know if you all agree or not, but they think like the white old heads are like more now. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's politics.
Yeah.
Politics. And they don't think giving these African American high profile guys these shots at these high schools that the teams are going to be successful. And that's why he didn't get the FSU job. They chose somebody different. And he went to a HBCU, was successful. They're like, oh, that's HBCU. That's not really top football, and he goes to Colorado, Pac-12, Pac-10, I don't know what they are now. And they play a team that was in the national championship finals last year. The final game. And I know they lost some people, but they still have a pretty good program over at TCU.
It's a fact.
And they came out and gave them a game. I think it's big for college football, especially it's big for Colorado. Because in another way, Deion's about to get, if he has a successful year off of his first year, which is usually not the most successful season you have as a first year coach, it's usually like a average year. You get more wins than they had last year. If he's successful and goes to a bowl game, and even let's say he goes to the national championship game, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to get them all hyped yet, but like, let's talk about ifs. If they do, shoot, Colorado is going to be a program to mess with like for a while if Deion decides to be like, this is where I'm going to stay my rest of my time. Because he already expressed, I'm not coaching NFL. So this is the highest level of football he's going to coach. So in terms of that, it's big for college football. But let's talk his sons and his adopted son, basically. Man, those guys are problems. I think Shador, 500 yards, something like that.
510 yards.
510 yards with 4 tutties. And then Travis Hunter plays both ways, snaps, what 5 or 6 catches for over 100, a touchdown, and he has an interception. And then Shiloh don't get a lot of praise, but Shiloh led the team in tackles with 10 tackles, or was in top 2 in tackles.
Good. He led his team in tackles.
But he had 10 plus tackles from a safety position. Man, I mean, Coach Prime is changing the game. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, man, that win, right? So watching Prime, he did it in high school, right?
Yeah, Texas.
He did it in high school. Then he go do it for the HBCU. And he comes here and he wins his first game versus TCU. This is probably going to be the greatest run, at the beginning of the greatest run of a college coach. What he's doing, the atmosphere he's bringing, his knowledge, and how and how he's leaving and what he's leaving behind is not. He's not leaving the teams in shambles when he leaves them. He leaves them, so his legacy is going to be crazy. And I think just we're watching the beginning of it. We should be very grateful for this opportunity because honestly, we're gonna see a lot of good football from Dion. That's all I gotta say. Even it doesn't matter if the season goes. I mean, obviously, I think he's gonna have a good season, but even if he doesn't win or you go let's say the worst thing I think he can have that can happen this year is that they go to a bowl game, a very good bowl game, and they lose. That's the worst thing I think that can happen to them this year. And even if that happens, that's still great in my opinion. And I think further on in the future, it's going to be bright for Dion as a coach in college. So that's all just from watching that game. That's all I got.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be great for him to recruit. That one was big, and literally, if they have a great year this year, college football will be Deion Sanders for a long time because no coach is gonna be able to recruit him. And one thing that only thing I'm worried about with them because none of the D linemen really popped out on the screen for me is all the skill position because they have all the skill position to match with any other team in the country. I just need to see what they could do for D linemen. So if Prime is able to recruit D linemen the way he's able to recruit these skill positions, it's going to be very, very scary for the rest of college football. He is needed in college football. He's going to become the voice. We're not talking about Nick Saban. I think he had everybody watching that Colorado game. Everybody was watching it.
We were warming up for our game, our my coaches I coach with, they were checking the scores every once in a while, what's Colorado doing?
But it's going to be a new era of college football.
Did you guys?
We're entering a new era, man.
But did you guys happen to? I know you guys don't really watch. I mean, maybe do to catch Pat McAfee here and there.
Yeah,
Pat McAfee had prime time on, and he said, you want to hear a story? He said, what? And he was like, my son went to a camp ran by that coaching staff, and the TCU offensive coordinator didn't talk to my son one time. He was too worried about these other guys that were there, and Prime was basically saying, I'm not just being dad, I'm also being coach. I know my son has the ability, and he said his son came back to him and was like, I don't care if they offer me, I am never going here.
It's crazy, very much needed. And I'm going to say something that Travis Hunter has the possibility to go down as the greatest college football player of all time.
He might. He'll be Charles Woodson. How Charles Woodson was it Charles Woodson? No, Desmond.
Yeah, Charles
Woodson.
But they didn't do it as much as he's about to do it, though. That's the thing. They didn't do that, bro. He can end the season with 1,000 yards and 10 interceptions.
Bro, he's saying people are trying to come and do that also. Players that are trying to kind of come to Colorado, recruits.
But he's really good. Yeah. He's really good.
Dion was like, that's fine. You just gotta come prove it.
That is crazy. I just don't know how long because the season he could sustain that, and I think down the road they're gonna probably limit him to one side of the ball, and then I think in game time situations, say they do make the playoffs, bet situation, they get ranked high because they have their schedule. They're playing some ranked teams. They say they get ranked high and they make the playoffs.
They went out this month. They're going to be in the top 10.
They can make
the Pac-10, Pac-12's not that crazy, man.
They play Oregon and USC this month. If they make it out of this,
they play ranked teams.
They will be in the top 10.
So
if he wins these games,
say they go undefeated, they go make it to the playoffs, right? And I think in a game time situation, that's where we're gonna see Travis Hunter playing both sides. Be like, hey, yo, I need you in this game, right?
I'm not trying to overreact, but if they let Dion win a championship this year, bro.
Oh, I'm going stupid. What are they, the Buffaloes? Yeah, I'm a Buffalo fan.
Though their jerseys are hard.
They are hard. That white is
Oh,
so
that
clean.
shit.
The white with the chrome gold with the that shit is hard.
That
Like
shit
that.
that's crazy, bro. It's really crazy. It's really crazy.
Nobody was talking about Colorado, man.
Nobody. Last time I talked about
Hey.
Colorado was when I was talking about my dog Cordell Stewart going there being the Slash. But
So question, and then this is a question to ask your boy Wayne. Will they allow coaches in NCAA to be like the actual coaches? Like, could primetime be on that shit
he probably can be.
next summer? Because if they're giving some shit for like their likeness and whatnot that they worked out, why not the coaches have their shit
Was
too?
the coaches not always in there?
Nah, you got to make your own coach.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, they might be making a deal for that too.
But wait, no, a lot of people will be picking Buffalo.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Yo, his sons are nice too, though. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Shiloh's all right.
Shiloh's gonna be look.
Shiloh's gonna be a 4th round pick.
If Shedeur, yeah.
No.
I was gonna say 5th round. So
Yes. Shiloh's.
He's gonna make the league.
Shiloh,
but
Shedeur is that guy.
In my eyes,
Shiloh's gonna be in the league for maybe 2 or 3 years, and he's gonna fall out.
Shiloh's player comparison from last year's draft is not Brian Branch, the other Jordan Battle. Jordan Battle was an Alabama guy, got drafted late round picks, and he's like just a good tackler. He's gonna be a good tackler in the league. Use him for sub linebacker. He had 10 though.
Yeah, he missed a lot too.
I'm gonna say
that defense is ass though, so they gotta find a way to shore up that defense because they was getting ripped to shreds.
Torched.
So they got.
But you gotta remember, they playing TCU.
TCU is good.
They were playing TCU. They weren't playing scrub. They weren't playing like no regular team.
But that offense, whoo man.
But TCU got boys too. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then who put that picture up in the chat? It was like, he's gone. He talked to their like Winters.
Yeah. He's forever gonna win the transfer portal and have #1 recruiting class like routinely.
So I'm saying it's a new era. Nick Saban, who? It's gonna be Dion, bro.
I mean, Alabama still got their boosters, so they're gonna have.
They got
a lot of NIL money. Once Dion start getting all this NIL money, that's when it's gonna be over.
Oh, did you see how much Shedeur could get already? He can get like 30-something mil.
Yes, I believe that actually.
And crazy.
And that's not just because he's a great player; it's because he also is a great player, and his last name is Sanders.
But he also can he's marketable though.
Like, he is because his last name. Bro, it's because his dad's been training him for this.
But have you seen him though? Like his persona, his personality, like
they're all bro. All his kids are like has charisma.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go through,
but in a different way. I hear you.
We're gonna go through some of these week 1 games and give our keys for each team, X factors. It's gonna get in our final predictions, including scores for these games. So the first game we have is a Thursday night game, Chiefs versus Lions. We got some news today that Travis Kelce might be a game time decision. They can figure out that his ACL is still intact, but he did hyperextend his knee. So give me your keys for the Chiefs, everybody. So I'm going to start with you first, Joe. What is the key for the Chiefs to win this game? Chris Jones more than likely will not be in attendance for this game.
They're playing the Lions, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Awesome. So with the Lions secondary, because Chauncey's not there. He's not playing, right?
He's playing.
He's
playing. Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. So that's more of a reason that the Kansas City receivers have to step up if Travis Kelce's not on the field. So I think they need to make sure they can attack the passing game. Obviously, that's Patrick Mahomes' best attribute. Not only he can run the play as well, not manage the clock, but also throw the ball very well. So he definitely needs receivers to get open, find a way to get open. And I don't think they're gonna have a hard time with the Lions defense, honestly. And so pretty much we'll see what Aiden Hutchinson do if he can cause havoc for them. But that's for the Lions.
Chubbs.
The Lions, well, for the Chiefs, because they're missing 2 key players. They're gonna have to be able to run the ball, and they're going to be able to stop the run. If they're missing Chris Jones and they're playing the Lions, who are a very good team usually at running the football, the play action passes and all that, those passes that Jared Goff hits on, it's going to be a long day for Kansas City's defensive, because Jared Goff was playing pretty efficiently towards the end of the season out of that offense. So it's a trap game, I think, even early for like the Chiefs, because it's very well good. I mean, Patrick Mahomes could be Patrick Mahomes and take over. That's just he's the X factor in this case, because that's what he's going to have to do for them. But if the Lions can somehow stop the run and slow down Patrick Mahomes and control the clock, running the ball when they get the offense with the ball, they could come out winning this game 21-17.
All right. We didn't tell you to predict the score yet, but
What?
Similar with Chubbs, control the line of scrimmage. Kansas City has to control the line of scrimmage, especially without Chris Jones. The main thing is going to be stopping the run, and they also got to hit on 60% of their big plays. Once they get the opportunity to hit big plays, they have to hit on a 60% chance of it. The key is control the line of scrimmage, because you're going to have to keep your defense off the field, because without Chris Jones, they're going to have to run. And the Lions are going to run the ball and try to dominate that way. That's Dan Campbell. He's physical, big guy. That's how he wants his teams to be. You could tell the way they've been drafting. That's how they want their teams to be. So control the line of scrimmage. You're going to need big games out of Nick Bolton. Need him to play the way he played in the Super Bowl.
The Ravens, it's funny. They still need to control the running game. They need to start with a run game and then open it up and show everybody what they've been working on. Because I think it's going to be – they're going to throw the probably ball about 30 times. I really see that in the first game, 30-plus times. And, that could be good. It could be bad. In the past for Lamar, when he's passing the ball 30-plus times, we're usually down. So let's not hope that's the case. But I think it's going to be up to the defensive, type of game. Because we don't have Marlon Humphrey. We're still working with – I don't even know if Rock Ya-Sin's healthy, who we picked up in the offseason. So we might be playing with third, fourth, fifth cornerbacks with our starting safeties and our starting linebackers and our starting D-line. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. They're not going to run the ball very effectively on us, I think. So I think Roquan, Patrick Queen, and even getting Jadeveon, who was very effective last year on run plays, stopping the run. Not getting as many sacks, but he was a good edge stopping the run defensive player. So this is his first game. Then on the other side, you got Dafe, who needs to, beat the right tackle, who's not known to be the passing left tackle, pass blocking left tackle. You know what I mean? So the key to it is they need to get pressure on this young guy, C.J. Stroud. If you can get him feeling nervous in the pocket, hit him a couple of times, he'll throw some interesting passes and will cause interceptions. Marcus Williams is going to have at least one pick, this weekend. He's going to start off the season strong like he did last year and get one. He'll have two. But get to the quarterback, cause turnovers, and I think this offensively it's going to be balanced. But I think he's going to throw more in a way.
Okay. I'll get into it. For the Ravens, I think the key for the Ravens this game, because I think you guys are going to win this game.
I agree.
I think the key for this game is to get Lamar into rhythm.
Yeah, he hasn't played
with
games.
His receivers. Lamar did not play in the preseason. Okay. He had practice. Okay. Obviously, but we also didn't see Lamar in the last 3-4 weeks of the season. He also didn't play in the playoffs as well. So I think they have to get him in rhythm, and I think this is the time to do it. Throw the ball 30, 40 times, maybe 50. Make him throw the ball. Get him into rhythm with those receivers, the guys that you told him to go get. He got him. and we want to see what happens. I mean, obviously, you still got JK. You know what you got in JK. You know what you can do. But let's see that new offense. Let's see it running. And let's see him get in the rhythm. Let's see what a good start. I think a good start to the season would be.
Don't forget about Mark Andrews.
Yeah, of course. You still have Mark Andrews. Of course, you still have Mark Andrews. But still, also, got get into it, man. It's Texans. Whoop them.
Yeah,
They're not that good.
I hear you. Yeah.
So that's what we need to see. But I mean, I'm gonna just go into the Texans too. If for the Texans, I kind of have the same thing for them too. CJ Stroud, you got that offense. You're going versus a very good run defense offense. Run defense, a good run defense. So you're gonna have to get him throwing the ball because, like you said, Chubbs, no corners. You're not looking at any corners. Now
I'm not sure if corner number 2 is playing or not. I don't know if he's healthy or not. He hasn't played in any preseason.
Either way, you're without your best DB.
Yeah, Marlon's not playing.
Yeah, either way, you're out with the best DB. Let's see what you got. Let's see if he was worth the number 2 overall pick. Was he 2? I think it was 2. Yeah, he was 2.
Yeah, he was 2.
So let's see what we got, man. But that's all I got. Go ahead, Wayne.
I think he was 3.
I think we all kind of agreed it should be a nice, easy one for Ravens. Get to run their new offensive scheme, display it to the world, show us how dangerous this passing game can be with Todd Lumpkin. That's his name, right?
Munkin, not Blunk. You said what?
I said Lumpkin. It's Blunkin.
It's Munkin.
Munkin. So, it will be great to see what they can do. For CJ Stroud, I just want to see him show some promise, show some strides. Their O-line is better than advertised. They just didn't have them playing in preseason. So they have a better than advertised offensive line. I want to see how your DBs do with Tank Dell. I want to see how Tank Dell does versus the DBs. But yeah, this is just a game where the Ravens need to just run the ball, set things up. Don't try to be too pass happy. Continue to have your same identity that you have. Control the line of scrimmage. I want to see how the new pass rushing guru has done with this team, and see how how they can win matchups without having to blitz. So, and then for the Chiefs game, I wanted to say if there's no Travis Kelce, I'll wait to see if it happens, but I might go with the Lions money line. No Travis Kelce, no Chris Jones. It's going to be tough to overcome both of those losses with missing 2 of your top 3 players. So, if there's no Travis Kelce, the Chiefs will lose this game and start the season over.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, my laptop turned off and didn't give me a warning that it needed to be charged. I was very upset.
That's all right, man.
I thought my power went out. I was like, why?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what's going on. We're like, okay.
We fixed the problem, man. We just moved on.
All right, man. Let's go to the Steelers versus 49ers. So Nick Bosa is not in there. He won't be playing. This is at the Steelers Stadium. So, guys, give me the keys to victory for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh. If there's no Nick Bosa.
Still got Javon Hargraves, Terry Armstead, Fred Warner and the crew.
Wait, they are playing or are they not playing?
They're playing.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, dang, what happened to old defense?
For the Steelers, I mean, for their offense, they need to be. It's going to be a common theme. They need to be able to run the ball on that defensive line. Because I don't know who their DBs are top of my head except for Jimmy Ward. I don't know who they're at.
Their DBs are good.
They're solid corners. I just don't know them off the top of my head.
Right. They got Hufanga.
They do have
Sardavius Ward. Put some respect on his name, please.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought he was still a Chief. That's my fault.
I'm sorry. I said that, man. I butchered that, man.
So okay, yeah, but so you're gonna have to run on these guys. If they don't have Nick Bosa, you gotta get some push with that new offensive line you guys assembled, and prove that these are guys. You know what I mean? Like we drafted, not just some guys that are gonna be here for a year. You know what I mean? We assembled a good team. That guard from Eagles, good guard. You made some draft picks for a tackle. I don't know who your other tackle is. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Dan Moore.
Huh?
It'll be Dan Moore.
All right. Well, they don't have Nick Bosa. That's a big key on that D line. So you need to be able to run. And on defensively, you got to get to the quarterback. Stop. When they pass, because obviously that team's going to run. But you want to make the team pass, because I think who's the quarterback right now? Is Purdy playing?
Yeah, Purdy will be playing.
Oh, actually, got to make that team run. Hey, Brock motherfucking Purdy about to come out here and ball, man. Prove everybody he was never irrelevant. But nah. Get to the quarterback.
I ordered a pair of black forces as my dentist for the team. Keys to the game. We got to be able to stop the run. We got to make Brock Purdy pass the ball. We got to be able to take away the play action pass. If they're not having success in the run game, then we'll be able to do so defensively. And then once that, pin our ears back and go ahead and get it. Chubb said we need to be able to run the ball. I think that's going to still be hard, even because they still have great interior D linemen. We need to be able to win these downfield matchups by the wide receivers. You need to be able to take shots down the field, and Kenny has to be able to take the ball down the field, throwing the ball down the field. I understand they got some good safeties, but I think we can win those matchups on the outside. So our receivers have to win those outside matchups, especially if whoever Tre'Davious Ward isn't on, that person has to go crazy. Essentially. So I need Kenny to have a strong day throwing the ball down the field, pushing the ball 15, 20 yards down the field, hitting big plays. Because once we do that, that will let them up, and then we'll be able to run the ball easier now. Because they're worried about getting beat deep. Safeties are not getting that close to the line of scrimmage. Linebackers are playing a little bit back on their heels opposed to playing on their toes. So that's what the Steelers need to do in order to win this game.
So I mean, for both teams, it's kind of like the same thing, and it's really the middle of the field, but opposite, right? For the 49ers, if the Steelers want to stop the 49ers, they have to take away the middle of the field. Like Wayne said, that play action, they love to go. Typically, the crosses around the middle of the field, they're hitting down the seam with George Kittle. But pretty much, I don't even know if he's playing. He was actually questionable. But that is something they also have to take away. And again, Chubb said gets our quarterback, obviously. But, middle of the field. Now, for the Steelers, stay away from the middle of the field. Do not go in the middle of the field. That is pretty much where I would say a lot of outside runs, outside zones, off tackles, any runs like that. They probably have, I know they have in their arsenal, kind of run outside and kind of stay outside, like Wayne said, beat them on the outside. They
don't have Jimmy Ward anymore.
So,
he's on the Lions.
So,
he's on the Lions?
I'm pretty sure he's on the Lions.
Oh, Lions, bro, Lions lit.
But for them to succeed, man, stay away from the middle.
But no, Wayne, you guys got to run. I don't think it's gonna be that hard. They got Cleveland Farrell and Drake Jackson.
I got Texans. Huh?
You can run on this team.
Their interior is.
It's Eric Armstead and Javon, and their other DNs are Cleveland Farrell and Drake Jackson.
Just Eric Armstead.
But I'm talking about their DNs aren't anything crazy.
No, I agree.
And they're in 3-point stance.
And they also have Fred Warner and Kenneth Greenlaw.
I get it. I get it. But
all right, what are the keys for the 49ers?
Protect your quarterback when you hit the pass, because I think it's going to be hard to run, but even though they're going to run, so I'm not going to say run the football. They're going to need to pass on this team to get the ball down the field, in my opinion. And when you do, you better protect Brock Purdy. That's all.
I agree. We have a pass rush similar to what they saw in the NFC Championship game. So they need to be able to protect Brock Purdy if they want to have an ounce of a chance of winning. And we know how the Steelers come out every week one. For the past few years, that defensive line has caused havoc on Josh Allen and Joe Burrell. So if they can do this, they got to make sure they don't do the same thing.
Agreed. I agree with you guys. Check the quarterback. Brock Purdy got to have a good game.
All right, guys, give me a score for the game. Predict winner and score.
Steelers. 24,
Uh,
21.
yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers too, honestly, and I'm gonna agree with Joey. I like that score.
Yeah, I had Steelers too, 24-17. Brock Purdy gets sacked 4 times, and he fumbles one of those times.
Okay.
All right, man. Bengals versus Browns.
Big
Browns.
game.
Big game. Give me the keys for the. Joe Burrow may play this game.
He should.
I don't think he should.
I don't think he should either, but there's an 80% chance Joe Burrow plays. So we're gonna assume Joe Burrow is playing.
So why you guys don't think he should?
Because calf injuries, when not fully healed, can lead to Achilles injuries.
So, and here's my thing: if he is thankful nothing happened, why go out there pushing it, and then something worse can happen while you're out there trying to push it in a very, very live situation? That's my whole thing. Because he could say I'm going, and telling them he feels all right, and then fuck it up somehow and get even worse of an injury. So that's why I think he shouldn't play. Because it's a long season. It's only week 1.
It is, man. We'll see.
But I think the Browns key to the game is be able to have a balanced offense. Don't just have to be one-dimensional running game. You got to be able to run it to set up that passing game and really open it up on them, because it's very possible, because their defense is not that impressive. The only thing that's good about their defense is that D-line. They have some good players on the defensive line, and their linebackers and interior are good. But you could pass on this team. So, they're still a good run team. So run it to open up that pass. And Deshaun needs to show he's Deshaun Watson, and that they're actually gonna be something this year. Because right now the favorites across the board, when you hear all these people talk on TV, are the Bengals or the Ravens. They talk about. Not really talking about the Browns as much. What's his name? Bucky Brooks did. Bucky Brooks thinks this is the best AFC team in the league. So prove it. Like, prove you're that team. But they also, if Burrow is playing, they're passing the ball heavily, because you have a good running defense as well. That front is good at stopping the run. You got to get to Joe Burrow. Don't give him time to throw the ball downfield to T. Higgins or Tyler Boyd or Jamar Chase, because I think for some reason Joe Mixon's going to have a down year this year.
Whoa.
I just have a feeling he had a lot of distractions this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he's not a good player, but
Probably
he didn't have.
Football's going to take his mind off those things.
Yeah, but you don't know how much of work he got to put in that he usually does put in. Because
He put in the work.
He thinks
Right.
that? Maybe.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think he's going to give us the same Joe Mixon production that he gives us all the time.
Samaje Perine came in and they looked better than him, and they lost him. So
yeah, they did. For the Browns, the keys for the Browns to win this game. This is a huge game for the Browns. This is like a prove it game, to prove it, like, hey guys, we don't suck. So we got to win this game. So defensively, those guys have always been there, so we kind of know what we're probably going to get from them. But offensively, we have to see the Deshaun Watson from Houston Texans. And then because he have Amari Cooper, he has Nick Chubb, the best running back in the game. Yes, they lost the dual-headed dragon with Kareem Hunt, but you still got other guys on that team. The tight end, I'm forgetting his name right now. Njoku. He's pretty good as well. So, and the offensive line is good. So there's no way they should lose this game if Joe Burrow don't play. If Joe Burrow plays, it's a dogfight. That's in my opinion. But if Joe Burrow don't play, then
Yeah, I can agree with that.
that's it.
I can agree
Doubt for
with
the
that.
Browns.
This needs to be a Deshaun Watson coming out party.
I'm coming out. Coming.
This needs to be Deshaun letting the people know, I'm back. He needs to do that if they want to win this game. Like Chubb said, you need to have the balanced attack. And the only way to have the balanced attack is they have the weapons. They have Donovan Peoples-Jones. They have Amari Cooper. They have Elijah Moore. They have David Njoku. They have the best running back in the game in Nick Chubb. Impressive offensive line. Great defensive line. Good linebackers. Good secondary. This team should be in talks for being a title contender. And it all depends on how Deshaun Watson plays. Are we going to get last year's Deshaun or the Deshaun we got? We all gave him a pass because he hadn't played in 700 days. Well, you had a full offseason regimen. You had some games to get all the rust out last year. We need to see Deshaun be that top 5 guy he was before the incidents happened. So can Deshaun do that? So key to the game for them is Deshaun Watson. What Deshaun are we going to get? And that's how they will win this game. That's what it determines on. Now, I'll just start off with the Bengals. For the Bengals, Chubb said it. You need to be able to establish the run because your defense is not going to be that good. So you need to sustain long drives to keep them off the field. Whether that's either running a ball or a lot of quick short passes. You got to be able to sustain long drives to keep that defense off the field. Yes, you have great defensive linemen, but your linebackers, Logan Wilson is a dog. I'll give him that. He is a dog. But you lost your 2 all-pro safeties. Capable of being all-pro. Pro Bowl safeties. You lost Eli Apple. You kept a great corner. Who was a really good corner. I really like him.
Cheeto's nice.
Yeah, Cheeto is nice.
Uh-huh.
But, again, you need to be able to sustain long drives because you're going to have a lot of young guys in the secondary playing, and that's not always a good thing. So, those are my keys for the Bengals. Joe Burrow is 1-5 versus the Browns as well in his career.
My key for the Bengals is Joe Burrow needs to play. He has to play. He got to play. I agree, though, obviously, for their defense. But, like, their defense is lit, bro. Sam Hubbard is over there.
Their D-line is lit, Joey. Their D-line is lit. Their D-line is
lit. Down. But, nah, Joe Burrow has to play. There's no way you throw in your backup quarterback and he can manage the game so well that he can keep the defense off the field. So they need him to play. This is a key game for both of them because right after this game, the Bengals have another conference game, division game, and they cannot losing these games wouldn't be beneficial for them. So put our guy in the game, let him play. Hopefully, I think if he's cleared to play, he should play. If not, then obviously not.
Chubbs?
My bad. I zoned out right there. My fault, y'all.
Keys for the Bengals.
I thought I already. Well, for the Bengals, it's going to be getting what they're good at offensively. In order to move the ball, they got to be able to pass the ball downfield. Do I think they can do it? Absolutely. So the key to that basically is to protect that guy. Don't let him go down. I know you got Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown was a big pickup. You still got Leo Collins. You still got a quote-unquote offensive line. You still got the guy that you guys didn't trade away that was the last year's tackle. So you got an abundance of big guys that can protect. But, it comes down to actually doing it because Orlando Brown wouldn't be a Bengal if Leo Collins was, playing left tackle solid, to be honest with you right now. So I know they did well last year, but protection's always been a thing for Joe Burrow. So don't let him go down. What's his number? What's his 9? Keep number 9 up. Don't let him Keep his jersey their way. Keep his jersey white. Don't let that thing get green at all. So that's the key for them. If they do that, they probably win the game. But if knowing that he's out there not 100%, I'm picking the Browns in this game.
All right. Yeah, that comes to me. I'm also going with the Browns due to them not being 100%. And I got the Browns winning. And I think, do we get another Deshaun Watson? I think we get a Deshaun Watson masterclass. I have the Browns winning 31-17. Nick Chubb goes for over 100 yards. Deshaun Watson throws for over 200. And they're actually gonna dominate this game. It's not gonna be a close game. It's not. And we're gonna look at one point, and the Browns are gonna be up 24-7. We'll be in a party chat talking on Sunday, and they will be up 24-7.
Yeah, be a possibility. It's only Tuesday. We don't know if Joe Burrow is going to play.
Get here. I need to get the weekend to be here. I need football. I need it.
We'll see.
Inject all that in my veins. I can't wait for Sunday. Oh my God. It's gonna be a good weekend.
All right, man. So who you guys got winning?
I got the Browns.
Oh, he said the Browns. I said if Joe Burrow plays the Bengals. If he doesn't, Browns.
All right, man. Next game, Dolphins versus the Chargers. The battle of the 5th and 6th pick of their respective draft. Tua versus Herbert. The saga continues. I think Herbert is 2-0 in this battle. Keys to the game.
Herbert has had the better team.
Keys to the game for the Dolphins. Joey, do us the pleasure.
Key to the game for the Dolphins is, we've been saying it all day. We got to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball against that defense because also they have a good secondary. Now, Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill, Jim Ross. I'm not saying we're not going to get it off, but the way our offense runs is very similar to the 49ers offense is that we run a lot of play action. We've done a lot of read options. We do a lot of things like that. So for that to work, we have to be able to run the ball effectively. We do have Jeff Wilson got hurt, and we have A-Chain coming up as a running back, and we have Mostert as well. So hopefully we can keep that going, at least a rotation. And when we start, if we do run the ball well, we should keep running the ball well instead of, getting away from that. And I think last year, sometimes we got away from it because it was something, I felt like there was something we wanted to prove with Tua or something. And it's just like, all right, yeah, we can throw the ball off and doing it. Like, no, let's do what we got to do. Tyreek Hill is going to give us the performance we need to give. But defensively, that's going to be hard. That's hard. Because we lost a DB, one of the best DBs in the league. And we did replace him with some other guys, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough to go versus those guys, especially with the young guy they added on to that team. And then you got Austin Eckler coming out the backfield, which is ridiculous. So our linebackers got to play really well on stopping Austin Eckler. I think that's the key. If we can stop Austin Eckler, if we can stop that guy's favorite weapon, we can win this game.
Personally, I think Justin Herbert's going to have all the time in the world, and he's going to find the holes that are there right now in the secondary. Javon Holland will probably have at least a pick because they're going to throw the ball about 40 times probably. But I think Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and even the young bull, and even probably he doesn't probably not get a lot of time. Their slots usually eat. I forgot who their slot is. And Austin Eckler are going to have a big game this weekend.
This sounds like you think it's not going to be close, Chubbs.
So listen. Holland is your only chance at shutting this shit down. Because look, Xavier Howard will do his thing and stop people, but I don't think you should put your stock in Eli Apple too much because he gets exposed, and when he gets exposed, boy, he gets exposed.
I feel like the guy that doesn't get enough credit on the Dolphins defense is Brandon Jones.
I get you, but to me, he's a tackler. He's a very good blitzer.
Called him Shiloh Sanders.
That's crazy.
What's bro? Tell me his career stats and interceptions, please. And
you're right.
I don't know. And then if I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong. But I think he's out there just getting tackles.
Just hanging around.
You're right. But also we have some other guys that stepped up as DBs last year, so we got them coming back. And we got rid of Noah. We traded to get somebody else from the Cowboys. So we did something to our DB. We just don't know what it looked like right now. We got
in 3 years. In 3 years, he got one interception.
And for not knowing what it looks like, is the Chargers are a hell of a team to open it up with.
I think Vic Fangio defense is what is going to be on display today. And key for the Dolphins is get to Justin Herbert. Can your D-line do what they did last year, but this time finish? We're all guys here. The worst thing is to not finish. All right? So they need to finish. They can't be having sex and feel like women who men don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
They got to get to sack. They got to orgasm. They got to get the sack. All right?
This is wild.
They got to get it. They got to get there. They got to get there. If they can't, if they could, pressure it only means so much versus Justin Herbert. He can evade pressure. He can make things on the run. He's dangerous on the run. He's not one of these stationary quarterbacks.
He can throw under pressure, man. That's something about him.
So they got to get there. When they get there, they got to make hits. They got to make tackles.
Is Joey Bosa playing?
Yes.
I was just hoping, man.
And
Khalil one
and the last key is did Tua's jiu-jitsu classes work?
Yes,
that will be a key in the game. We will find out if the jiu-jitsu classes worked. So
that's funny. That's funny.
Keys for the Chargers.
Man. Chargers literally win this game if they just pressure the quarterback, bro. That's literally Chargers.
Tua had his worst game of his career last year versus the Chargers statistically.
That's all they have.
Herbert just needs to play well.
That's it. I mean, obviously, I think Herbert's going to play. It's hard for Herbert not to play well. This guy has the weapons. It's hard for him not, right?
I hear you. I'm just saying.
So,
I hear you.
Yeah, man.
I got the Chargers though. Just I might have a different tone if Jalen Ramsey.
I need the Chargers to show me that they're capable of running the ball and effectively running down the clock. Would Kellen Moore, will they be able to do that? But I am going with the Dolphins winning this game. It's going to be a high-scoring game, 35-31. Tua has a day. J.C. Jackson, before he got hurt, was getting fucking destroyed last year. Him getting hurt was probably the best thing for him because it was highway robbery when he got paid and what he was doing for them. Asante Samuel Jr., I get it, but at the end of the day, Waddle and Tyreek Hill are just too much to deal with. And if you can't effectively run the ball, which I don't think the Chargers can effectively do, even when they get a lead, they can't effectively run the ball and salt the game away. I just don't see them being able to do that because Austin Eckler is not a workhorse like that. He's a pass catcher out of the backfield who can run the ball. But I think Christian Wilkins, Jordan Phillips, and what's the DN you guys got from Broncos? What's his name?
Oh, Bradley
Chubb. Get things done. I think they get to the quarterback, and I think in big moments towards the end of the game, you guys are able to apply pressure and get pressure. And the Vic Fangio defense will show up in the second half. I think the first half they're gonna do bad things to you guys. Second half there's gonna be adjustments, and you guys are gonna get back in the game. 35-31, Miami Dolphins.
I definitely got the Dolphins winning this game. Just because.
31-21.
31.
Chargers, right?
Chargers.
All right. Next game. We're gonna save this one. We're gonna save this Pats versus Eagles for when DL gets back. But let's do the Panthers versus Falcons.
Ooh. Big one.
Give me the keys for the Panthers to win this game.
I'll be able to pass the ball.
Passing the ball.
Yeah. I think that's they got all these weapons that they acquired. They did pick up a running back, but I do like Falcons' defensive line. So in a way, even though like they're not the biggest names, they got Calais and Grady Jarrett, and they got a couple guys people don't know about. But they can stop the run pretty well. You're gonna be able to pass on these guys. You got Thielen. You brought in Thielen. You got DJ Chark. You got Chenault. Mingo's there if he gets in. But you got all these guys that you brought in. You got Hayden Hurst at tight end. I think that in order to move the ball against the team, they're gonna have to be able to pass the ball, and Bryce Young's gonna have to have a good debut. Yeah, because I don't think Falcons are really going to get to the quarterback like that. They don't have pass rushing D linemen. They got run stopping D linemen. But they might prove me wrong. And Falcons vice versa. You're gonna have to run the ball with Bijan. Even though you see where they have Bijan at on the depth chart.
Number 2.
They got him 3.
Tyler Algier had a great game last season.
They got Cordell, Algier, and Bijan all in front, and just Cordell and Algier over Bijan. That's crazy.
They're gonna rotate them a lot. Tyler had a great year last year. That's how surprised I actually drafted Bijan.
But you're gonna have to be able to run. You're gonna have to run on this team because they have a pretty solid secondary. They got Von Bell, Jeremy Chin, Dante Jackson, and JC.
Yeah, I think the keys for both of the teams for me is running the ball, mainly because you have 2 young, inexperienced quarterbacks, and the best way to help them out is that. For the Falcons, will be can we effectively also get Kyle Pitts the ball? Because if you're able to run the ball effectively, and when you do play action, Kyle Pitts is involved in that, you'll be able to kill them that way. And then for the Panthers, you just have to be able to run the ball effectively because, like Chubb said, you guys have some receivers, but not no big game breakers. So a lot of your stuff is going to be real quick and short stuff down the field. Just got to be able to stay in drives. And Miles Sanders has to show that he's worth the money that he got paid. Joe, thoughts on the game?
So for the Panthers, man, I think, again, both inexperienced quarterbacks on each side of the ball. Well, for both teams. But for the Panthers, they also, again, I think this is probably going to lean more towards running the ball because, yes, you got Miles Sanders, but again, we saw Bryce in preseason. He looked pretty good, but I think when it comes down to this, I think the Falcons just are a better team, and I think their defense is a lot better, and I think if they can run the ball effectively, they can get down the field and hold the clock. Because I think with the offense, I actually think Ritter. I changed my mindset on this guy a little bit. I think he is going to have a great game. I think he is going to ball passing the ball, and the reason why is because the run game is going to work. Wayne, you said Algier had a great season. I think Bijan is going to have a great season as well. They're going to run when we see teams run a 2 running back system, and then they have a guy like Kyle Pitts, and then Drake London is still a good receiver. Oh man, Drake London is still a good receiver, and then they have
Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson as well. So I think they're gonna have a great. I think he's gonna have a great game against those guys. Yeah, they have a good defense, but I think the Falcons were just missing a quarterback that can put the ball in the air. So that's all I got for that.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get my prediction. I got the Falcons handling this team.
Same.
I got the Falcons winning 24-14.
Yeah, I got the Panthers winning 21-17 actually. But y'all, I gotta head out.
All right, man.
All
Joe,
right, bro.
your
See y'all.
prediction?
What you say?
Did you speak?
I got the Falcons. I got the Falcons. They are going. It's going to be. I'm gonna say 38-14.
You got really spanking this team.
Yeah.
All right, man. Chubbs that head out. This is gonna be one of the shorter episodes. So before we head out of here, Joey, give me who do you think will win? Because we're bringing about House Divided Player of the Week. Give me a prediction on who will win House Divided Player of the Week this week.
I'll just hold on. We didn't hit all the games though, but so let me look.
Now we're gonna do the remaining previews and predictions on Friday.
All right, cool. So I'm going to go with ooh. Oh man, it's gonna be Dak. Dak Prescott, man. Dave, hey, listen, he's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go crazy. He's playing the Giants. He's gonna have a good game against the Giants. And I'm not saying the Giants is gonna be a cakewalk, but I think with his offensive line, and I think they can handle that defensive line. And I think with his guys that he got with Brandon Cooks, and obviously they still got Pollard there as well. And then they got the I don't forget CeeDee Lamb. And he still got his boys, right? He still got his tight end. Schultz is still there, right?
Yep. No.
Yeah,
Schultz is gone.
No, but they drafted a tight end, didn't they?
No, we thought they were gonna get Michael Mayer, but they got somebody else. They just have someone they drafted a few years ago. He's gonna be the tight end. But they got Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks. Yeah, I said Brandon Cooks. But I think they're gonna ball. They're gonna ball regardless, man. They're gonna ball regardless. I think he's gonna have a great, and he's gonna be House Divided Player of the Week because of all the trash. Those two other guys have been talking about him, and he's gonna ball out and he's gonna perform, man. So that's my guy.
All right, man. I'm gonna give House Divided Player of the Week to somebody. I think Deshaun Watson is back. I think Deshaun Watson throws for over 250 yards. I think he scores at least 2 passing touchdowns and may have a rushing. So I think Deshaun Watson will have a coming out party versus Cincinnati Bengals. No better confidence booster than do it against this team, regardless if Joe Burrow plays or not. Tina has been the creme of the AFC in the past couple of years. So I got Deshaun Watson becoming the House Divided Player of the Week this week. So definitely be some exciting stuff to back. Football is back. I'm super excited. We got Sunday Ticket. The crew. We got Sunday Ticket as a crew. So we'll be watching some games. It's going to be an eventful weekend, man. 2K come out on Friday. Got college football Saturday. NFL on Sunday. Thursday, we got Thursday night college football. Thursday night NFL.
I might travel because I got to travel Sunday, so I might leave just early so I could just set up and just watch the games, chilling, man. So, yeah, I got to do that. Oh man, far drive.
Where you going?
Indiana.
Oh yeah, that is a far drive.
Yeah.
All right, man. Before we head out of here, you got anything you want to say to the people?
No, man. No. Fins up always.
All right, man. Until next time, my name is Dwayne. This is Joe. Y'all know where to find us. Adios.